wash your hands. Do-do-do-do-do, wash your hands. Do-do-do-do-do, wash your hands.
Hi guys. Just gonna teach you how to make some lasagna soup today. I have all my ingredients ready. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna go over the ingredients with you first. I'm gonna kind of change up the recipe a bit, just because it's really hard to find certain things at the market right now. So we're going to kind of play around with the recipe and change it up a bit to make it a little bit more interesting. A few of the ingredients you guys are going to be needing for this recipe is some fresh basil. Ooh, that smells good. And we're going to need some onions. Some onions, always in Italian cooking. Some garlic. So I have some fresh garlic here. Ooh, that's potent. We have some San Marzano tomatoes, whole tomatoes. We're going to be using some ground beef. I couldn't find tomato paste anywhere. Not one store had it. So we're going to just use some tomato puree just to kind of switch it up a little bit. But kind of the same thing. It'll be fine. It's a wonderful substitute. I have some garlic olive oil. I have some wonderful Penze's Italian herb mix and some Italian sausage seasoning here for at Penze's. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of these herbs and spices. It's a place near the mall that sells these yummy, yummy, yummy spices and herbs. Whoops. It calls for chicken broth, but I couldn't find any chicken broth, so we're going to use some beef broth. And of course some lasagna noodles. And I decided to make lasagna soup because there is no pasta in the supermarkets. I couldn't find pasta anywhere. So they did have lasagna noodles, so I thought, I'll just do some lasagna soup. And I think that's about it. Hi guys. So here's my pot. I'm heating up the pot, and we're going to add some olive oil, some garlic olive oil to this pot. You don't have to use garlic olive oil. Any olive oil will do. So I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil and heat that up. Just about 2 tablespoons is all we need, and get that nice and hot. We're going to add some onions, some carrot, some celery. Doesn't call for celery and carrot, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. And we're going to add some garlic to this as well. And some garlic. And we're just going to mix that all in and heat that up. So at this point I'm going to add the ground beef. You could also add sausage, Italian sausage, if you have some of that. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any sausage in the market. So we're just going to add some ground beef, and you're just going to crumple it up and add it directly in to the veggies so that all of those flavors can just mold together. Going to break that meat up, break it all up until it's nice and brown. So as you can see now, it's nice and golden brown. So at this time is when you're going to add the tomatoes. And you're just going to crunch those up, just kind of just really cut through them. You don't want them all whole like that, so just take your spoon. Then you're going to add your beef stock. Crunch that up. Add your beef stock. And just pour that in there. And this is a 32-ounce box, but I think I'm going to use a half of another box. We'll just see. We'll have to see. So I'm just going to keep chopping up those tomatoes the best that I can. some of the tomato puree. And there we go. Give it a little more flavor. A little more. So I used about a cup of the puree, or you could use a can of tomato paste. Just keep cutting that up. So I washed some basil leaves here, and now I'm going to pat it dry with a paper towel. Pat it dry and stack them like a sandwich. Stack them like a sandwich, and then I'm going to roll the basil leaves like a taquito. Stack it like a sandwich, roll it like a taquito. Then you're going to take your chef knife and just slice through. Slice through nice and beautiful. And there you have it. Nice thin strips of basil. Nothing like fresh basil. And we're going to add that to our lasagna soup. So we're going to sprinkle that beautiful basil in there. And that beautiful green color with the red. We're going to add some of this Italian seasoning. Penze's Italian seasoning, which is delicious, but you could use any Italian seasoning. And I'm going to add like maybe a couple of teaspoons. I'm just shaking it in there. You could kind of see. It doesn't have to be the perfect measurement, but it's about 2 teaspoons. I'm going to stir that all in nice and beautiful. Kind of cut those tomatoes up as much as you can. And you can see the soup. So at this point, we're going to add those lasagna noodles to there. Okay? I'm going to add some garlic pepper to here. I think garlic pepper is one of the best things you can add to vegetables, soups, your meat, chicken. It just gives it a lot of flavor. We're going to add some Himalayan salt as well. So I'm just going to add that just a little bit. And now we're going to add the lasagna noodles. Since it's at a full boil, we're going to add these lasagna noodles and let them cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. And you want to break them up as you add them. So it's been about 8 minutes, and you can see that the pasta is kind of wilting. You want it al dente, you want it chewy, you don't want it mushy, you don't want it hard, you want it al dente, that means chewy. So it looks like it's looking just about where I want it to go. At this point, we're going to add some mozzarella cheese, because all good lasagnas have lots of cheese. So I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese and some Parmesan cheese. Add a little bit of Parmesan cheese and mozzarella. I'm going to turn off the heat, let that start cooling down, and I'm going to stir in that cheesy goodness. And now it's really beginning to look like lasagna. Now, the stores did not have any ricotta cheese, so we're going to have to do without ricotta today, but I think we will survive without it. However, it does add a lot. But we have all that yummy, good cheese in there now. At this point, you're going to take a ladle, this is a ladle, and you're going to ladle it in to a bowl. And look at that. And then you're gonna sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on top. You can even add a piece of basil for beauty and a beautiful spoon. And there you have it. Beautiful lasagna soup without all the work of making lasagna. One pot, easy. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.